Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity, Professor.
Well, you're welcome. Have you enjoyed your stay here?
I have.
You and your colleagues?
Yeah, I have. But would you mind if I asked you a few questions?
Well, that's why you're here.
Yeah.
I'd be happy to answer them.
Well, first of all, I'd like to ask, when exactly did this all begin?
Well, in my mind, it sort of started when I was a youth. When I was in grade school, I sort of felt I had a connection with powers bigger than me, and that I could help others, through my connections, basically. But formally, it began 10 years ago, soon after 9/11. Of 2004. And we've grown tremendously since then. It's kind of went really, 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 really big, as they would say, and then it's kind of condensed a bit in the recent past. Publicity has not helped us, let's say.
Yeah, I imagine not. Can you maybe briefly describe what the essence of your organization represents?
Well, there's no formal religion or anything. We welcome all people of all faiths and who are looking for something more, and who are trying to find a way to make their connection, whether through me or on their own. It's basically we're wide open to anything that works.
So it's not a religious organization.
It is and it isn't. It's not against any religion. It utilizes the individual and their ability to connect.
So I'm sure that you've heard people have been calling your group a cult. And do you feel
Do you know
offended?
what a cult is? I mean, there's a cult of personality, and I certainly have a strong personality, and some people are drawn to me because of it. But I wouldn't say this is a cult. This is a lot of free thinking goes on here, and very few restrictions. But we do get together and support each other and have discussions about the best way to reach powers bigger than we are.
So if somebody joins your group and then they decide it's not for them, would you not be willing to keep communication open with that person, or?
It's up to them. I have a limited amount of time, and if somebody has decided this is not for them, then it's not for them. I'm not going to try to draw them back in or go, like you hear these horror stories of cults that, hold on to people and fight with families. And,
Excommunicate them.
Yeah, well, we're not like that at all. But like I said, there's a limited amount of time. We have a short life here, and we should make the most of it. And if those want to leave, then fine, they can leave.
See, that doesn't sound that scary. And some people make it sound like you guys have done some less than, that your reputation's less than pristine. How would you address those accusations?
I think it's a bunch of hooey.
So you're denying it?
Yeah, I am denying it. I think anyone that is in the spotlight, and we have sort of gotten into the spotlight because we've grown so large, that you are going to run into that. You're going to find criticism, even if it's not deserved. And, so, what about you? What's your interest? Anthropology.
Yes. I'm actually completing my master's in anthropology.
Mm-hmm.
And very excited to be one of your students, and I'm very excited that you let me do this interview because I'm probably going to be doing my thesis on this subject.
On my cult, per se,
Well,
or on
I think
others in this genre, as I say.
yes. Well, a larger topic, and I think that there will be, a few case studies, and if you would be so kind, I might use yours as one of my case studies.
Mm-hmm. Well, whatever. Well, I think I've answered most of your questions. Do you have anything else that you have forgotten?
Yeah, just one more thing. How is this received by your coworkers here at the university?
My co.
The other professors, do you know where they stand?
I could care less, actually. Couldn't care less. People said I couldn't.
But they could care a little less.
Yeah, well, I couldn't. No, they seem to shun me at times, but I maintain friendly relations if they'll let me.
I just wonder why they would shun you if your cult is very free thinking and non-compulsory, and you're not.
Well, they don't understand it, and they've heard things. And I guess some of the people that have left have made up stories.
So there's a little bit of animosity there.
I'd say very little. So, do you like my jacket? It's I tell everyone it's eelskin. It actually is. It's a story that goes with it.
I'd love to hear it. It's very interesting. Looking.
Well, you know that this is made from part of a whale, and it's actually illegal for me to be wearing it right now. But it's how Aristotle Onassis won Jacqueline Kennedy's heart. They were at one of his many mansions, and she was sitting on a bar stool, and he said, "Do you know what that stool is covered with?" And she says, "I have no idea." And he said, it's a sperm whale's foreskin. And she married him soon thereafter.
Wow. How's that for a pickup line?
Wish I could use it. It's actually not eelskin, it's some cheap plastic.
Wow, I was convinced.
One of my organization's members gave it to me.
Really?
I'm just flirting with you.
Oh, I was just going to ask, may I ask which one? Because that's it looks like an expensive gift. Do you get a lot of gifts from the members?
I get very little from the members. They, it's not your ordinary run-of-the-mill cult where they will take all the possessions of a member and put it to use or whatever, which usually means the leader can buy another Rolls Royce or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But,
so there's not that communal aspect.
No. I make a decent salary here as a professor.
Mm-hmm.
And I just enjoy helping people. So this has been a very, very easygoing interview.
Well,
I thought we were going to get into some more dirt.
Well, I mean, I've kind of been saving those questions for the end, and I wasn't sure.
We're past the end. We're done.
Oh, okay.
What question?
Well, there are some rumors about some goings-on in your organization, your cult, as you say.
You like that word cult, don't you?
Well, that's...
I think to get to know the cult, as you put it, you will have to participate more and for a longer period of time. Let's say, why don't you put yourself fully into it for a month, and from there we can really round out what you have to say about it.
Yeah, that sounds like a pretty good idea. Some first-hand research might do me good, and...
So when can you start? Can you clear your schedule and show up tomorrow morning? Or maybe later tonight?
I think I could manage later tonight, actually. Where is the meeting?
Well, we could meet here and I could drive you there. Or you could, if you're driving, you could follow in your car. It's 10 miles up the road. It's an old resort, one of those Catskill resorts.
I know exactly the one you're talking about.
Right.
The white one on the hill.
Yeah, we're still fighting for religious status, and it's one of the kind of sore points, because if we had that, then we wouldn't have to pay the huge property taxes. It's a rundown facility, and we're fixing it up, but the taxes are so extremely high.
Is there electricity?
Yeah, there's electricity. It's
Okay.
just, anyway, the other religious organizations are able to take over these facilities like we did and not pay taxes, and they have a free ride almost. So.
Is there anything I can bring or should have prepared?
Well, you should bring, enough clothes for a week. We have facilities there to wash, dry, and iron, and whatever, and we'll feed you.
Okay.
And so, any other questions before you commit?
Yeah, just one follow-up question. What kind of activities do these week-long ventures entail?
A lot of discussion among people. We do have lectures. We bring in other lecturers to get a different slant on life. If you wanted to prepare something from your studies.
Me? Oh, I don't know if I'm...
You're a
I don't
graduate
know.
student.
I am, but I don't know.
Somebody's at the door. I
Yeah.
have to
Oh yeah, no problem.
see what that's all about.